New things can seem intimidating initially, where you're like, man, I don't know all the things about this. I'm not 100% certain. I don't have complete clarity. I am doing this for one of the first times, and you're anticipating, I don't want to do it wrong, I don't want to mess up, I don't want to fail, I don't want to lose, whatever it is. I've just noticed in my adulthood life, as I have grown into embracing and actually enjoying that process of growth and learning something, that after you do something enough, it becomes automated, it becomes easy, it becomes natural, it becomes second nature, where you don't have to think about it anymore. But initially, when you're doing something new, it requires you to focus on it a bit more, okay? So hear me out. An example of this is getting chicks, okay? The very first time we ever got chicks, it was like a big deal, right? Doing all the research, what is the best things to have for them, what's the best kind of food, what's the best XYZ, all the things, right? It's funny because I just remember that first year, it took a lot of effort. It took a lot of planning. It took a lot of intention. But then, as the years went by, it got easier and easier, more and more automated. And then gradually, I was like, I'm gonna incubate some. But I think we also need to just buy some because we have so few chickens right now that it would be a lot of work to incubate the amount that we need. There's the timeline of needing them to be at a certain stage before it gets super cold here in Minnesota. I literally decided this afternoon when I was thinking about what is everything I need to get at Fleet Farm. I decided in that moment, as I was considering what we needed to get beyond the stuff we were actually going for, I was like, we should just get some chicks. And so I just say that because there was no preparation. There was no planning, nothing. And then I was like, great. It took us, 10, 15 minutes to get out. We have a dog kennel that we never use as a dog kennel. And it's one of those massive, extra large ones. And I just line it with some cardboard around the outside to ensure that they can't get through the kennel itself. And then, because it's just one of those metal ones. And then it's already got the bottom, the plastic bottom there. And so then I just cover that with the bedding, and I have all the, the heat element and the water and the feeder and all of that. So when we were at the store picking up the chicks, I just picked up the bedding and the feed we needed, and then the chicks. We're good to go. I didn't think twice about it. I didn't have to research anything. It was just automated. And so I share that because, when you're first learning a new skill, it might seem intimidating. But the thing is, it won't always be. As you develop yourself and you continue to get better at learning new skills, it'll become second nature to simply learn new things. Not just each specific skill will eventually become second nature, but the act of learning a new skill will become second nature. Well, you'll be more comfortable learning new things. If you're constantly learning new things, you will be used to the process of learning new things. And guess what? There are really amazing tools out there that can help you effectively learn things. And Mitchell and I happen to be two people that are actively sharing it with as many people as possible, because we see the world needs to be highly educated in order for us to change the systems running the world, because the current systems are not considering all life. We need systems that consider all life. We need to make the best life in this life for all life, okay? And in order to do that, each individual person needs to be highly effective. They need to be highly skilled. We don't need consumers anymore. The age of consumerism is done. The age of creators is here. Hello, welcome. And in becoming a creator, you now get to become accustomed to developing skills and being really effective at doing so. Okay? And so I'm sharing about the process that it's taken for me to become accustomed to and enjoy the process of developing new skills. You know, and that's coming from somebody whose background is, I was not good at school. Okay, it required me to study way harder than everybody else. It seemed like, you know, there was those people in school where it was just automated, it was easy, they didn't have to do a lot of studying, they got easy grades, they got an A or a B without didn't do their homework, didn't study, nothing. And I'm like, what is this? I'm studying so hard, I'm doing all my homework, I'm asking all the questions, and I'm getting a B, sometimes a C. Like this, it was crazy, right? And then all the other points on top of that, I just realized within myself from a young age, I told myself that I just was not good at learning new things. I told myself from a young age that I'm just gonna, like, my life's purpose is gonna have to entail the things that I am naturally good at, which was essentially just being enthusiastic. And so I was like, all right, my life's purpose needs to entail me being enthusiastic and willing to give. And I accepted that I couldn't develop any new skills. I accepted that that's just the level of effectiveness that I was ever going to amount to. And so me being where I'm at now is exceptional, and it's all because of the tools that Mitchell and I share. And so if you want to know more about those, just reach out. Okay, it goes beyond me as an adult. I use those tools with my kids, and they are exceptional as well already. They're very young, already exceptional. And so the world needs more exceptional people, not consumers, okay? Not people just looking to feel good in this life. We need people who want to create a better life for all life here in this life, okay? So reach out, connect, get connected. Okay? We got people all over the world doing this. We have people gathering in 30 major cities around the world already who all are in alignment with this. So let's get it done.